Oh, Unity is still loading up here. Just like me, I'm still I'm still loading up here. I was like, it's early for a stream, and it would have been 10 minutes earlier had I not gotten distracted by Merge Maestro. I am enjoying that game quite a bit. Yeah, and I did mess with the I stayed up just a little late yesterday. Just to poke at this a little bit, and I got it a lot closer. So it is using both the Oh, that's what it was. I offset it. I added an offset on the camera so that it's something like that. Because it was just inside of the camera, and then I'm like, wait a second, I can just offset it so that it is not inside the camera. Let's see here, I think. I would say I'm still waking up, but it's like, nah, 8:15. I'm well awake. I even got some tea. Well, it's just because I was chilling this morning. I was like, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna actually meditate for a bit. I'm actually gonna. Well, and I was definitely chilling because I'm still in like summer dress. I'm still in like, okay, let's put on shorts and t-shirt, and then walked outside this morning and realized, wait a second, it's nearly September. I should probably be wearing pants at this point. But my apartment is warm enough to support it, so I'm like, you know. Or rather, it's just kind of keeping the heat inside, so. That's what it was. I just added the two values together. Yeah, I don't know why it's slightly off. I feel like it should be completely under the mouse, but. So, I think I still have that offset. Yeah, camera offset. So I could just try to add that onto the end here and see if that's... aren't you... Oh, no, it needs to be fully outside of the parentheses, right? No, that's what... The vector 3, it's why I felt like it should be there, right? Yeah, there, and then there. Here, float. The screen to world point, screen to world point. What? Okay, why are you complaining? That's where I should go, right? It's just right on the end, right before that other parentheses. They're all floats. Oh, this is not a float. There. It doesn't really matter. It's just one of those values. Also, not doing anything fun on a Saturday? Oh, well, I guess not. At least for me, it's like, okay, I'm not working, so. Yeah, I was all like, oh, I did all my chores last weekend, so I don't have. It's just folding laundry, basically. Well, folding laundry and then emptying the dishwasher. Those are the two chores that I'm worried about this weekend. I could get a haircut. That is the other extra chore I could throw on there, is getting a haircut. Okay, not the number, the grid space, camera offset. Maybe just like 2? It didn't look like it needed to be shunted over that much. Okay, -2? Might be much, but we'll see. Maybe just 1? One and a half. I think that'll put it right on the number in the middle. There we go. That looks like it's fully... I don't know. Maybe it does need to be like there, because then you're hitting the middle of the thing to put that, and then you can actually see the number on the button too. So we'll do that. Okay. So now I can click that. It gets rid of it. I have a button here. So this I need to actually. So that needs to turn into the other button and there. So closer. So back to button, UI button. Could be spawning a button maybe? How was I doing this again? No, it's on the game manager. When you click on a UI button, that's when it destroys. So instead, it should be spawn button. Oh, no, it should still destroy the other thing. Okay, and I am going to take the ad break. I will read the message when I... Well, okay. Yeah, no, I'll read the message when I get back. There, it's not like the chat's gonna be moving. Okay, I did get distracted by Merge Maestro again. Okay, today I'll be talking and playing a game, Minecraft again, with a friend. I hadn't talked to him in a while because I was very busy. And also try to do the proc gen stuff and maybe getting the map showing where you walked the maze for when you solved it. That's a fun, yeah. That would be a fun addition to see how lost you get in the maze. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be too hard to do either, in terms of like just you map out a series of points. Yeah, it just saves the position as you move and then maps out a series of points at the end. Okay, technically it's not destroy. Because this is the thing too, it's like if you don't place the button and then it should pop back up in the UI. Kind of thing. Actually, is that what that crusade thing does? Casual crusade. Like if you don't place one of the things, what happens? As in like, I drag it. Yeah, okay, it snaps back. Oh, you can reorder them too. Neat. Yeah, okay, so it's only when you actually place it in a valid spot. Is it actually... Okay, yeah, and I will definitely need to get the screen shake sort of juice and stuff going there too. Yeah, it's like I'll be talking to my friend at some point today about our failed stunt planet game. It's just like nobody was interested in testing it, so I'm like, okay, no, if we can't even get our handful of testers to test it, then it's dead. Which I'm fine with. It's like that was an interesting idea, but I could remake it again if I really cared. Try to do it using the F canvas element I learned about, so the player will essentially be a brush drawing on a surface while walking through the maze, but mapping the points would also be a valid solution. Yeah, okay, if you have an F canvas thing, if you have something that you want to mess with, that would make sense. That's why you would do that method. Although I don't know if that one maps out like height, because like if you do add height to the maze at all, that might be harder to do. I think I'm just kind of thinking of like series of points, because I've done that with like making Line Rider VR and stuff. Okay, so now I think it's going to be a different kind of spawn button. Because right now, this is just doing a position, right? Yeah. Well, a lot of these might be like... Okay, well, I can just do... Well, part of it is also doing the... Because I could also say follow mouse on all of these. That's an extra. Because these all have the grid move. So we'll add that. To all of these. Okay, the dryer scared me for a second there. It sounded like it got a little out of position, but it seems to have righted itself. I was just like, uh-oh. Is the dryer falling apart there? I don't even have that much in there. I was like, this is distinctly less than I typically do. Okay, that'll be orthographic view from above anyway. Okay, so now all of these are just going to be false. It's just this one specific scenario. Where's this other one? Oh, this one. The one I was just messing with. I will get back to in a second. Let's finish these first. Okay, there. So none of those will be following the mouse, but this one will be. Meaning this can just go to whatever spawn position. Follow mouse being true. There. Okay, so now on all of these, which is again, if I'm doing it for all of them. So there might need to be a spawn item. Okay, and then what am I repeating here that I need to change? Positions I know definitely needs to be there. So, most likely this. And it just won't use the int direction for some of the other ones. So it's the positions, and then if I add the extra bit here for the get components grid space. And then set follow mouse. Interesting. No. Bool. Follow mouse. Set follow mouse. And pass a bool. Uh-oh. I don't need to return that. There we go. Okay, so now set follow mouse, follow mouse. So now this would be oh, but this is only if you have a position. This is getting less and less useful. Because if you don't have a position, then a la with this, if it is following the mouse. Okay, maybe we just do a different version. So this is just spawn button. I'm gonna avoid position. That's what this one is. Versus spawn button to follow the mouse. Okay, so instead, how about that being not if. Okay, something like. Because how much of this stuff? Because I was like, this I feel like is gonna need to be when it spawns the button, no matter what. Which is then this needs to be there as well. It's just gonna be a vector 3.0. So it's the color manager, and then it would also have the bit about the what you would call it, the grid space. Get commits. Sure. Okay, so it's grid space. Button grid space. Button clone. Get components. I don't think it needs to be in children. What? It doesn't need to be in children, right? Okay, just tab then. God, if you're just gonna type it for me anyway, no matter what I do. Ay ay ay. What the heck? What, you fucking suck? Okay, so now button grid space. The set follow mouse. Follow mouse. Okay, so now instead of spawning a button at a position, it is setting the button position to so now here we do the game object button. So then button, do button clone. Then I can just keep what I have. And then the position of it is equal to this nonsense here. Oh, at some point I might have to worry about rotation. But that point is not right now. There we go. So now spawn button that position is what you're going to put in here. In which I pass in the button clone. And whatever the spawn position was, which now you're complaining that this does not have a position. Okay, this is feeling less useful. It's just spawn button is going to have whether it follows the mouse, and then if it has a position, then here, instead of doing all. Because it's this one line here. It's like, nah. I think we just do that and say if it's... If it's not following the mouse, then it's doing that. Otherwise... If it is following the mouse... Okay, so then otherwise it's that thing. Is that actually what I want there? Okay, so it makes a button. This sets the color of the button. That sets whether it is not in fact following the mouse, and then if it's not following the mouse, placing it at the spawn position.
Burn that.
I'm like, wait, how do I make it a optional? It's really all it needs to be. It's just I want to make it an optional thing as to whether you have the spawn position or not. Okay, so now I have it backward for follow mouse and position. That's fine. Yeah, okay, that one's following the mouse anyway. Okay, so now let's see how that works for respawning the button. And then if I want to redo that for everybody else. Yeah, okay, so it adds a little bit more. Okay, and I don't think the button is actually going to line up here. Okay, so when you click on it, it will get rid of the UI button and spawn a button at the mouse. Hopefully the button's not going to be, the info's not going to be correct. And I don't necessarily want to fully... Why do you look like you're kind of off now? Oh, because I don't think the offset to the button prefab. I think I just set it for the one in the scene. Okay, so the prefab for the button. Yes. The scene had what? -2. So -2. Okay, so now I need to get the button's info moved across from this UI button to this button. Okay, I lied, -1. Because I wanted it so that the, as it, you know, the ray going through. Yeah, there we go. So it's below the number, but it is kind of visually in the middle of the button. So when you click on it, the mouse ends up in the middle of the square there. Oh. And now the raycast is hitting the button, isn't it? Ruh-roh. Yeah, okay, so now that is... Yeah, all the buttons, all at once. Okay, the next step I want to tackle is moving over the information from the UI button. So right now I'm just detecting if I'm clicking a UI button, right? Yeah, it's just detecting. Okay, so now what I actually want to do is pull the information over. Well, okay, I don't want to destroy it either. I just want to hide it for now because I want it to come back if you don't actually place the button, it'll come back. Yeah, that's something I don't think I ever ended up doing on the Theory Crafter game. Oh, because it is a... Yeah, I don't know that you can't place the thing once you pick it up. Okay, just out of curiosity, that was... Here... 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 When you pick it up, you cannot, in fact, possess, like, this is like not an infinite grid. So if I dump it outside of the grid, yeah, I was gonna say, I think visually it doesn't show the tiles, but I think it actually does snap it to a full infinite grid. So yeah, no, here you can't. You can't actually not place it anywhere. So that's a little unique to this project. That's okay. I heard that this was just this band camp for... Oh, shoot. Funny that I found this song that I was like, because I'd heard this as a set of lyrics, and there was an artist recently that dropped, that does a bunch of, like, I think, like, funk remixes, basically. What is the name of that artist? I could go scrolling around for it, but I don't care enough. But funny that I found this audio yet again. Okay, so now we do the hit dot... Oh, no. The collider... Wait. The UI button. Okay, I think I did move up to the top object, so now I can do the button. And the button has the color manager that's setting the color. Yeah, get number, get color. Okay. So that means that I can get the component of the button. button info. Oh my goodness. Guess this is some... No, it's not... button. Then... button info is that. Okay. Goodness. So now... can I just do a different version that has the button? So now, how do I want to do it? Because then that would tell me whether I'm following the mouse or not anyway, and I don't even need to worry about that. It would just be that if you do a different version. So if you override this with a different... what the flippin' heck? So in this case, it's a button instead. Wow, that copy paste is not working out. Okay, so then you... God, balls! I guess I'm not awake. I thought I was doing okay. It's not happening. Okay, so now follow mouse is just going to be false. So then I don't need any of that, actually. Okay, flippin'. Like, goodness me. Okay. I guess we'll see. There's so much nonsense. Okay. Yeah, okay, we do button info. Okay, and then it's gonna follow the mouse. Okay, so that's all good. It's just the button, the actual button information needs to be the button clone. Get component for the button. Why'd you decide on that? It's the... it's just going to equal the button info. Okay, it's... guess we do a set and... would I be better at talking out? Would I be able to say the code better than I can type it? Who knows? Then again, I have an opportunity to talk to my phone to say exactly like when I want to search something and say, okay, Google. I heard it ding. Where did it do it? I'm assuming it had to be one of these. I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, I've never tried to do like the voice dictation of the, like, this is Captain whoever of Stargate, whatever, Stardate something or other. And then here's my journal narration of what exactly is going on. Although I'm just realizing, why would you need to say what the date is? It should just do that automatically. Like when you start the recording, it would set the... Wait, that's like a distinct thing at the beginning of a Star Trek recording though, right? Captain's log. There's a whole RPG. Okay, wait, but they distinctly say what the date is when they start the log, right?
Offer into the record this excerpt from the captain's personal log.
Captain's log, stardate 7412.6, 1.8 hours from launch. In order to intercept the intruder at the earliest possible time.
Yeah, okay. Why would he need to say exactly what the date and time is? It should know when you start the recording when the date and time is. I'm realizing that's kind of a silly thing for it to be a... At least my journal, I don't have to put down the... No, because it saves off the date and time. It's like that... Okay, Okay, now go back to the music. Okay, now. I need to try some more Deep Snake again at some point, just because looking at looking at the store page for Deep Snake, I'm like, this looks like it's just level. There's just one more level past the level I got to. Yeah, there. I was like, okay, this looks like level 4 when you hit 30 apples. So I was like, oh, well then, that's really not that much further, because I got to like, what? I think I got close to 20 or 20 apples or something. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I could play a little more just to get to the thing there. I was just realizing, this is not... You're writing it for me, and I just keep assuming. Okay, this is the... God. Balls. Nope. This is... I just need to... I just have to understand the fact that I do not type fast. Or maybe that word is just hard for me. You're not gonna recognize the fact that they're all called number and do the one that I meant? You're gonna make me do this? Okay. Okay, let's just try typing a little slower. And just know that I am not capable. It hurts. It hurts. I want to feel capable. Too dang bad. It's all downhill from here. Okay. Back over to this. So now this is the... Set the number to the button info dot number. And then we do the same thing for the color. There's probably a better way to just say set the buttons instead of doing the specific components of the button. But right now there's only 2. It's just the fact that I think I would get completely lost in trying to make everything as extendable as possible. So I would rather get lost in making it less extendable. Is really what it is. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Aloe, aloe. Oh, it needs the E to be moisturizing, right? Like aloe vera. Okay. I thought I saw Brainoid. Yeah, see the stream avatars gives me a little bit of a sense of like I see a name there. I see there's some people lurking, which that's good, and that's fine. What's good? I had some fudge yesterday that was good. Probably too good. It was like, I need to stop eating sweets and candy and stuff because it hurts my teeth pretty quick. And I'm like, but I like sugar, gosh dang it. I took a picture of the clouds when I was walking around the block. Had some neat looking clouds there, which was nice. Yeah, okay, stream was open but muted. I was eating and watching YouTube. Well, I do appreciate the view botting, I guess. The lurking. We'll use the proper name here. Lurking, not view botting. Okay. Need to change this. I thought I was gonna say something else and then I forgot what I was gonna mention, but okay, often have 3 tabs open and muted. I was curious. Yeah, you got your spider web of got your panopticon going to watch everybody all at once. Then you just have to clip all this stuff from all the different streams and then get rich off of being a clipper. I don't know that you actually get all that much money off of being a clipper, but I know there are definitely some clippers that have like a whole bunch. Did we like the Down to Jam top themes? Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was like, have you voted? And I was like, yep. And then I went and looked at it and I was like, oh, I did not vote for the second half of this. But I did that yesterday. And for the most part, yes. I did like their themes. Yeah, Lights Out, I think, is... There's too many jams that have been about lights. So that one was not as much for me, but... And I wasn't fully feeling Disarray. And then I know a lot of people that don't like Pick 3. I think it's fine, but I was going with stuff that I liked a little more. And then I was just so proud of Shred. I was like, okay, now we'll throw Shred as one of my favorites. And I don't know if Spark is like the best, but that just for my own theme and your theme. Well, it's a brand thing, I suppose. Well, okay, obviously I do like your theme. Good job on that one. Yeah, I don't know exactly what kind of game I would make with that, but that's the funny thing too, is like as much as I came up with Shred as a theme, I have no clue what I would do for the jam. I just figure there's options. Yeah, I think it would be kind of fun to do one of those like pixel shredder things. Hope it sparks some ideas in my brain. Not yet. It just reminded me of the sparks from Echoes of Wisdom, the like Legend of Zelda things where they trace the walls. They just turn every time they hit like a wall. Which is something I would want to play with Blunker even. Be kind of fun, but... I was about to look something up, and then I forgot what it was. Oh, the pixel shredder things. That's what it was. It's not what it's called, though, right? No. Apparently that's not what it's called. But this is what you're doing. Is you're dropping an image into... Okay, Pixel Shredder 3D. It'd be Voxel Shredder, but they would be figuring out why Spanish? Really? Okay. Or why? This is why I don't go to the Apple Store. At least as a web store, it does not work. Well, oh, this is just Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But it was reminding me of Fall Ball Fall. Has that kind of, you know, you shrink and destroy the balls. And I saw that there was a version of that with like I guess a Google Play Pixel Shredder maybe. Yeah, I guess just give me a maze. Pixel Demolish. Okay. It's a shredder, though. You shred the pixels. It's like, why? Ugh. But yeah, I do think this is an interesting evolution on the idea of Fall Ball Fall. Does it really not show any of it getting, like, destroyed and demolished? It's just, here's the image, and then here's the idea of it getting destroyed? Yeah, okay, and it's one of those ones that, like, you actually have to play to, so no, you're actually not gonna show me what the dumb dad blasted mother flippin' game looks like. But something like that I think would be fun to put together for... Well, okay, maybe not fun. Because I feel like it would be way too much for me. Trying to figure out destroying an image. Like each individual pixel and stuff. Might be a bit much for me. Yeah, this seems like a pretty... Feels like this would be a pretty nasty optimization puzzle. It still seems surprising to me that it's taken so long for the next version of this game. But there is something very satisfying about this. Yeah, it's funny how easy it is to get sucked into just upgrading the stuff on this. I'm like, money, could you please? I need a little more. That's just 32 bucks? Wait. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sure, double the damage. I desperately need to get this side going. This side's not filtering. Okay, no, We're not playing this right now. There we go. There's a good chunk of money. Although this does give a little bit of the indication as to the interesting optimization puzzle. Okay. The question is, this just has a position. Okay. And then you just have, excuse me, the button, right? That's what I just made. Oh, so I have one that does this already? Wait, okay, wait, huh? It's like, why did it list it as being referenced if it was not actually correct? Feels like it would have just... Interesting. Okay, so... Now, does that pull over the button info when you click? So hopefully it'll hide the UI button and pull up the correct info for the button. So it's orange, and that is 5. That seems like it was just sort of random. And then you're not... Yeah, okay, then they're all layered on top of each other. Oh, the blue is coming over correctly. Why is the number being distinctly wrong, but the color is going over correctly? Sweeps me, what? It's the button. Yeah, I was gonna say on start. Well, okay, I want it if it's... Okay, so this is initialize button. God, it's just... There is no brain between my ears. That's why I have a big hat to hide. No? Initialize? How do you spell initialize? I use this all the time at work. Initialize. Yeah, okay, I had it. It just wasn't looking right to me. Initialize the button. Or I guess I could just do initialize, but whatever. Intitalizate? Oh boy. That's it's wrong again. This is what I just copied from here. Initialize. Oh, did it just copy my wrong version? Okay, initialize disk. Holy heck. There we go. Is that finally it? This is one of those moments where I'm like, no, I give up. It's all over. I'm too old for this. I'm too old to exist. I'm too dumb to exist. No, that's one of those things of like, do I care enough about society to say I'm too dumb to exist? And it's like, no, I also... I'm fine with being a leech. I like leeches. It's one of those things of like I just animals are cool. Every time I look at like any kind of critter, it's like, no, that's cool too. Even look at the scary bug. It's like, no, that's a cool bug. Okay, so now initialize button is this stuff. So now they should all be the same button. It was weird that the color was pulling over correctly. Because it felt like it should have been, like, both of them were off. Okay, well now they match. That's good. So... now we do here. Spawn button. Or no, maybe I just need to update the button. Wait a second. Maybe that's what that's all I need to do here. Okay, so I lied. We're gonna put you back there and get rid of initialize since I can't spell at all. Then we're gonna go back to here. And when this number gets set, we set the text to the number. You just update it when this gets set. That makes more sense. Okay. Let's see if that does what I want it to do. Gosh dang it. Oh, and then okay, we'll do that. Why is the color? The color is fine, but the number just does not want to pull over. Okay, the color, how in the world is the color getting set right every time? But the number is off. How does this knock message work? On the stream? If you're talking about stream, I think that's the stream together thing, so that it merges as in you are streaming or something. Or does it, because it might also, if you're not streaming, it might start a stream. But I believe the knock is so that you can merge streams. Allows me to message you next to knock. Well, I think the messaging is still the private messaging on Twitch. Yeah, so I'll try the, because I think that's the... Yeah, I was gonna say, may record video and sound while you're backstage for safety reasons. Oh, that's what this is. So this is not the full-on collaborate. That's what it is. So this is a special Twitch Discord call, basically. Or Skype call, or... group call. There we go. Okay, in stream together, the host can initiate a shared chat. In shared chat, your chat is combined with other participating streamers' chats, jointly moderated and accessible to any third-party applications. Oh, I read that as your community will leave. You can leave shared chat at any time and your community will leave. Okay, we'll leave with you. There's an extra word in there. Yeah, I was gonna say, so now this is a full-on Twitch Discord call, of which I am muted, and which I don't hear anything anyway. Kind of wild that they made their own, like, calling service. I was like, did you have anything you wanted to say, or you just wanted to test the knock? Oh, failed to load stream together. Well, and that's is stream together this service, or is stream together? Yeah, okay. I don't know if stream together is. I mean, it doesn't matter. Is it somehow picking up me? This looks like your stream is picking up me. That's hilarious. Based on whatever speaker setting you have. Never mind. Yeah, like I said, this is a full too tired to test it. Yeah, no, it's for setting up the like let's stream together. That's, you know, in the title, but but yeah, knocking is for collaborating. Yeah, I've yet to do like a collaborative stream. That would be a lot of fun. I don't know what it would be exactly, but I feel like it would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I asked my friends about Peak and I got basically crickets. Maybe with Borderlands 4, still shows we're collaborating. I closed the window. I assumed that would, oops. Oh, okay, there we go. Interesting. I thought closing the window would kill the thing. There we go. We should no longer be friends. We should no longer be in a call. Okay, maybe I was being a little hyperbolic, but we should no longer be in a call at this point. Then again, I might be a little too friendly by saying we're friends, so... So maybe both of those things are true. We're no longer in a call, we're friends. Okay, that number looked like it was correct. That was just... we're enemies now. Just immediately upgraded to enemies. I see you as more of an antagonistic presence than like a full-on enemy, but... Well, maybe not antagonistic in terms of... It's for my own betterment, as much as I might want to fight it. Is really what it is. Okay, so... When you set the number, of which it has one reference, the number text should be the number toString, which is this number, which is... Why? So the button info get number is this button info that is getting passed in from this button info, which is this button, which you're getting the info clearly because you're getting the color. So is the number... Wait, is the number not being set here? Numbers that, and then number toString. So it is this number. Yeah, button info get number, and get number is just returning the number. The number is being set right here and being passed into there. Why? What? Now, is it setting the number and then start is running? Is that, zeros and ones? For what now? And I think I read the message a little late anyway. It wasn't 5 minutes ago. That was more like 2 or 3. So... Okay, you did mean friends to enemies. The binary got flipped. Okay, that's what you're saying. It's a binary thing between friend and enemy. I see. Okay, why does that look correct? And then it's not. Excuse me. Okay, so it was just randomly doing it. There, okay, so that looks like that's right, but then this. What in the world, you dumb? Okay, let's just see if this is getting called when the thing happens. Well, I guess I could do both. Let's see, this is the... Sure. You know what? Sure. You can spit out the number text. You can spit out the number text. And this is the start number. Then this is the set number. Whatever. This is a test of my ability to type, as it is every day. A test that I fail every day. I really should be thinking about this more as a gradient, not a pass fail. Okay, set text and start text. Didn't really help it. There's the Text Mesh Pro. Why would you do this? The flippin' number. I keep trusting you and it keeps screwing me over. I don't know if I'm just... The way I work, I'm just kind of dumb or... Well, okay, that's a given, but... Am I too dumb for the autofill? Or am I just unlucky? Okay, so it is setting it, and then the start is happening. I don't know why the color didn't mess up there, though. So yeah, it sets it, then start runs. It's a little obnoxious. Yeah, because I'm... Yeah, it's instantiating the button, which feels to me like it should be... Dadgummit. Okay, so now we just say whether the button should... I didn't want to pass that into everybody, because it feels like I should just be able to change it after the fact. And it's doing it for the color, right? It feels like it has to be doing it for the color. That's crazy. Maybe try awake. Yeah. Instead of start. It's just wild to me that the color is happening, but the number is not. Like, it feels like it should be doing both of them. Not one or the other. Like, that's weird. Oh, I think the debug message still says. So now the number's happening? Okay, well... The number's correct now. I think start is fired right before the first update tick after initialization. Awake is fired during initialization. Yeah, see, that's what I thought too. Okay, so now the color is not happening. So now we put the color in start, and we put the number in awake. I think that, what? They're happening. The same flipping thing here. I don't. It's wild. I mean, I can separate them. I don't really feel like I should, though. They're doing the same dumb dad blasted thing. They're just initializing different parts of the button. So it feels like this should be happening. So. Oh, yeah. Color manager probably is not initialized yet. Which is why I wanted it in start. I was like, awake feels like it was too early for stuff anyway. I guess it wouldn't really matter, but it was like I felt like I wanted it to start. So the things are initialized. The fact that it, because like I said, when it because I thought start was going to be when the thing is initialized, but yeah, because that's instantiate. I thought start would be when you instantiate it, and then after the fact, I can set all the information that I want. If I change the order of the operations? That should not do anything. That should do straight up nothing. But, okay, hang on. I want to go back to using start. Start, I feel like, is the one that I want to use here. Yeah, and then we'll just, since I keep moving the code around, comment it out, forget about it, and then have large blocks of commented out code everywhere. Okay, and just because I'm messing with awake, I figured let's reset that. Okay, so now we're back to what I had earlier. So it's, yeah, it's doing the start on the button after. Now, if I do separate them like this, which just feels kind of wrong, does not feel right, does not feel good, so... Yeah, awake is triggered after in it. I guess I could leave it like this. It just... Okay, it did it once. That feels a little weird and gross to me, but if it works, it works. That's what the whole point of this was for now, was let's just, if it works, it works. I'm not getting any more picky than that. Okay. So now you can, yeah. Now it's a matter of when you try to place the button, it'll either snap it back to here or actually place it. Yay, okay. I'm leaving it for now. I don't want to get picky about it. It just seems so weird. Okay. So now, next step is... Oh, now the button's in the way of the when you actually click on things. When you actually click on things, it needs to ignore the UI. As in, no, it doesn't. Shoot, it needs to hit a UI object, but then it needs to. Well, okay, I can turn off the collider when it's being dragged around as well. So, but that's under here. God, I confused and complicated everything. But I also feel like I will confuse and complicate everything even more if I try to think through all of it. Because then I'll think of edge case upon edge case upon edge case and then never actually write anything. Code-wise, it feels like it's easier for me to have a whole bunch of code and then chip away at it than it is to start with nothing and then add to it slowly. Yeah, now placing objects on the grid then. Of which I do have, kind of. Because they're not actually on a grid. They're just, I click an object, then it puts an object on top of that thing there. So. All of this is so incredibly jank, and I feel like I need to redo all of it. Again, for the upteenth time, but that's okay. But yeah, so I have... You're gonna follow the mouse now? Or did I click through to an actual... Nah! Okay, so when I do button and I do that, they follow the mouse? Excuse me. You're not supposed to default to that. Prefab. Button. Follow mouse. Don't follow the mouse. Because I think this should only be set here. Is this, spawn the button, and then in here, then it follows the mouse. Okay. So now let's try that again. So now I should be able to place random buttons, again, that don't follow the mouse. So button, there. There we go, okay. Now random buttons. So I have that, it's just when I do, I don't know if I can, okay. When I do that, it's now hitting the button. So when I try to click on this to do a random button, it's now hitting it. Yeah, this is also something I need to decide on too. Actually, no. What am I thinking? I just need to put this. That's where I go back to the camera offset so that it's. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm just trying to get it so that I can click on that. So, this button here has a collider, of which I want to just turn off the collider. What? It's the UI button. The UI button has a collider. Yeah, okay, the UI button has that collider there, but this... So I guess in here... that collider is already turned off. Nah, there we go. Okay. No, it's the UI button again. How did I get here again? This button, this collider. There we go. Okay. So when it is following the mouse, it should turn off that collider as well. So.
Drop, pop that.
Oh, and my friend did say he said he was gonna contact me in the morning here. But I think morning for him is a different, being a couple time zones off. It's true, I was expecting more like a lunchtime, basically. As in an hour and a half or so. Okay, the collider. How do I want to turn that off? So the collider on the button here. I want to have it turned off. Or do I want to turn it on when it gets placed? I can either have it off by default and turn it on when it gets placed, or I could have it on by default and then have it turn off when it's moving around. I think it's really when it gets placed is when it should actually be a thing that could be interacted with, I feel. So that means we go into here and say nah on that. Let's confirm that I am in fact just clicking the button and that's the issue. So now I should be able to... There we go, yes. Okay, so that was what the issue was, and then I can make it look like I'm trying to place a button. Kind of. Okay. Probably should be like an information thing of what exactly is following the mouse at the current moment. And then I probably will need to change it too when the mouse is held down. Okay. What the heck? It's not even 10 o'clock. Why am I yawning like it's late? I guess it is past 8 o'clock. This is the post 8 o'clock yawn. Which I guess it'd be more like, should be more like 20 o'clock yawn. Doesn't roll off the tongue as much. There we go, I can pretend like I did it. Ta-da! And then I ruined it. I love how blurry it gets, because you can just see all the numbers on top of it there. Okay. Maybe we just mess with that. So when it spawns a button based on a position, the collider, do I have that under button info? Most likely, yes. Okay, so add a collider here. I don't need a whole list of colliders. This is just the box collider. Doesn't really need to be called box collider, but sure, why not? Okay, so okay, maybe I could go back to the initialize thing. I don't really need to, because I don't really need to get the box collider. I just need to say initialize the button when it's placed. So maybe we do try that, just to see if that. Initialize? I think that's it. the whole thing was this. And this. Because then it should also do the collider. I guess, oh, enabled. Okay, just because it's a component. Okay, yeah, so then I can add yet another line, I guess. So remove some lines in here. And then add one here instead. For this. Okay, wait, didn't I do button info? Okay, button clone info, rather. Not info clone. There we go. Then I can cut down on the number of times that I'm getting the button info. There we go. So now I can try to initialize the button. Let's see what that does. Or if that's gonna go back to the same issue. The button, prefab, does not have the collider inside of the... I remembered to actually do the inspector before hitting run. It's probably still gonna error on something else, but I remembered. Oh wait, let's get rid of you again, or hide you rather. Okay, so yay! Okay, so now that's initializing the button, and then the other question was on you on the button. The collider is, in fact, active. Okay. Which is problematic now because now I can't actually place objects on the grid. Okay, so that was not exactly what I wanted. Well, it's this initialize button is if it's being dragged around, the mailbox collider is. That's the. It's over here that I have the follow. For set mouse follow. Oh, this is kind of accurate, but it's just here if it's this. Okay, maybe we do a follow mouse. Yeah, again, feels awkward and bad, but... And then that'll be set to be Opposite. If it is following the mouse, then disable it. If it's not, then enable it. So now, no, do follow the mouse. It is following the mouse, meaning it should not be enabling the collider, meaning I should still be able to click. But then, when I go to initialize a button the other way around, there and there. Okay, cool. That's working. So now, if I go back to the other one, and turn on the canvas, and then do a button here and there. And we do a bumper there. Maybe we do a couple more buttons. Let's see, none of these are going to be... Oh, okay, wait. Now I just need to check these buttons to see if... No, the box collider's not active. Probably because I didn't say initialize the button. In here. So now we do that? It's still gonna give me a random button, but... Okay, so now when I do a button, when I do that, and I go look at the button, yay! And then I do that, and then I do that, yay! Okay, so now, this one does not have the collider, these do have the collider. Okay, so now it's just the last step of pulling that information over to the new button that gets spawned on the board. Okay, so well, I guess technically the button that is... I don't necessarily need to be spawning another button again when I just need to snap the button. It needs to know whether something is... I'm getting pretty close to like a redo all of the everything. No, it's just that matter of like Tuesday. I want to have some kind of thing by Tuesday, so let's not redo everything. Yeah, and then I'm like, oh yeah, there was the Blue Ocean thing, like shortly thereafter, I think. Yeah, Tuesday is the submission for that. Then down to Jam, and then on Monday, the Rising Tide challenge is happening. And then there's the Doug Doug art submission. Of which I'm like, if I could paint a pretty picture using the game, well, that would be kind of fun. And then Borderlands 4. So lots of deadlines this upcoming week. Okay, so I think ideally I've already spawned the button. I just want it to snap to the position. So instead of spawn the button. Okay, that's should be around here. There should be like a probably like an item on mouse maybe. And then when you click on okay, let's just make the boolean for item on mouse. Or holding item, I guess. Holding item. Holding time, because I cannot. No, it's not cannot. Because I continue to have issues typing. Okay, so now here it is holding item. It's true. That's the eraser. Yes, if it's not the eraser. But it should be when it's held it down. Yeah, because it was pressed this frame. I think I kind of need to change the... Yeah, there's so much to redo. And I don't know how exactly how to redo it. Yeah, because I'm already holding the item. I just need to snap it to the grid now. Well, that is also... I'm so tempted. I'm so very tempted to just go, how did I do this? Like, I already have a solution here. Where I did this exact thing. It's like, okay, it's only when I hold it down, and then when I release it, it lets it go. Yeah, and then I even had the moving it. Kind of. Doesn't fully update stuff correctly, but... so tempting to go look at what I did for that. Because I feel like, again, I'm overcomplicating it here. I'll just hold on to the idea that the older I get, the more I know, and the more I can overcomplicate things. That's what's happening here. Instead of learning how to simplify things, I'm learning how to overcomplicate things. Okay, let's just get it so that it's only following the mouse when the button is being held down. so there instead. So we do maybe like a grid space for the held item. Seems a little odd, but might work. So the game object, no, the grid space held item. God, balls. What am I gonna eat for lunch? Here I am like hungry because it's 10 o'clock. Like, ooh, snack? No, there's no snacks around, don't. Fudge is not a snack. Okay, so now the held item, when you do this, becomes... Okay, but this is in update, right? Yeah, this is in update, so now it should be... Wait, is pressed versus was pressed this frame? So I'm doing an is pressed? Okay, so it is pressed, then the held item dot follow mouse to true. Otherwise to not. Oh, I think, wait a sec, that is a boolean that I can just dump into here. Okay, so the held item is now going to be the button, the collider, get the grid space info. Get component, rather. Yeah, and I think I will just... I don't know if I'll come back in the afternoon for some more streaming, but I'm like, I definitely need to fold my laundry. Like, lunch will definitely be long. But I don't have any other... I don't know, I got like YouTube videos I want to watch, and I got a whole 3-day weekend. I want to waste at least a little bit of it. Well, then again, there's deadlines. Might as well crunch as much as I can for deadlines. And then do it next week for Down to Jam. And then I feel like, oh, then crunch again. It's like, no. Borderlands is just gonna happen. That's not, I'm not crunching that necessarily. Okay, let's see what this does. Yeah, it doesn't reset the held item, so hopefully this... Well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, you goof. I haven't added a held item just yet, but I'm about to. Yeah, okay, and I'm just pushing through the ads anywhere. I'm just pushing through the ads anyway, because ain't nobody here. And I'm getting stuff done. It's a lot of just being confused. Writing some code, being more confused. Repeat. You don't appear to be on... yeah, it's not was pressed this frame, it's is pressed. And it is setting the held item to that. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay. No, sure. Let's do held item, which just so happens to be the greatest song in the world. Couldn't remember the lyrics to the greatest song in the world. This is just a tribute. Okay, so this tells me if there is in fact a held item. And then we'll just say held being this. Whether the mouse button is pressed or not. Which I'm assuming that's whether I have the mouse button down or not. Yeah, goof. Okay, so then that held is true, held is false. True, false, the held item is the UI button variant. You seem to be following the mouse continually, though. Held item set follow mouse. Does that not actually set? Yeah, but that's an update. Determines whether it should be following the mouse. So if it's not following the mouse, it should not be updating the position of the thing here. So, got an ad for a website where you can sell your car. You don't even have a car. Well, when you get, well, you can't even hear me. This is just the code that was... Oh, okay, send the message after the ad is over. Okay, because it says there's still 30 more seconds of ads, so I just kind of assume that a lot of people get them for the whole time frame. But I guess if you, when you get a car, you have a spot that you can sell it, I suppose. I think that's one of those kind of toss-up things where it's like, I don't want them to have a bunch of information about me, but if you're gonna give me ads, give me related ads, please. Which is like, as much as I don't need to see a bunch of ads on Instagram, when it happens to be yet another cool board game, I'm like, well, dang it, you got me. Yeah, that is where I found a few different cool board games, is Instagram. Okay, so I'm not holding the button down. Why are you continuing to follow? Because the game manager for the held item, with the held item says it's the UI button. Wait a second. Wait a second. It said the held item was the UI button. Wait. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted, bro. Ah. Okay, so then this should be the held item. So go back to EU. The debug told me what the problem was, and then I just didn't read. I mean, I could put it under there, but... Well, it's not going to be hit.collider. That's okay. I just need to go under the button that gets spawned. And then that is actually the held item. So now you are the held item. Is this button grid space. Yeah, that's one of those, like, as much as I've bounced around jobs that I don't feel like are a great social good, as in, like, military or healthcare or oil company. I haven't done advertising, and I don't know exactly how I would feel about, like, does this feel like a job that's helping people or not, so... if they give me ads about something software game dev related, watching a stream of a game dev, chances of me being interested would be higher than the ones currently showing up. Yeah, that's something they could entirely do as well, is that like I say I'm in the software and game development category. Like they could do software related ads if you're in that category. Or it's like if you're doing mobile games, you can do mobile game ads while you're in that category. I think just chatting would probably be the, like, literally anything kind of ad, but... Because that's not even, like, a personal... Like, it's not like it's looking at your personal information to say... give this person... I still think it's so funny. My coworker suggesting that, like, instead of banning somebody or timing out somebody, you just say, give that specific person ads. Make that person watch ads. It's just a hilarious idea to me. I think I might have mentioned it before, but I will probably keep mentioning it, because just give that person ads. It's so funny. Okay, so now we should be snapping to whatever grid position. Oh, and it should be rolling over this. Although, would I even... No, it won't. Because it'll keep snapping to whenever I click anything. Okay, so now... I need to change the... Yeah, so now it's this. Yeah, if somebody is annoying in chat, have them watch ads. Actually not against that idea. Well, I think that's a better idea for Twitch too. Is like, because they have the timeout and ban stuff. It's like, okay, that makes it so that they can't interact with stuff. They can still watch the stream, but they can't interact with it in any way. But a way to get more ad revenue out of the system. I don't know if they have an idea box somewhere for Twitch. That would be a fun idea to throw into like some suggestion box. Because I feel like that it's almost more of a punishment of like, you did something wrong, you're not allowed to watch the stream. So, here's ads. Then make it so that you cannot, in fact, watch the stream. Some people may abuse that though if the ad time counts, so they'd likely have to limit it. If the ad time counts for like the person who's watching the ads, isn't they wouldn't have to watch ads later, or are you saying just if somebody wanted to spam like a billion ads, it's somebody else? Yeah, there would definitely need to be some amount of moderation. I mean, this is literally any kind of feature that you add is you're gonna need to make sure that it's moderated in some way, shape, or form. Somewhat a family crisis. Well, I hope that went okay for you. I hope it is solved, I suppose. But it's closer, so I can grab a button, I can move it around, I can drop it, and it's not actually on the grid. And now when I click this, it'll oh, that did, yeah, it replaced the held item too. Okay, but yeah, right now this is still, it's not actually like snapping to anything. Oh, not your family. Okay, well, that's one of those like solving somebody else's problem. Well, that's a feel good. And then if you don't solve it, well, it's definitely the same thing with bugs, where it's like, oh, I helped solve this problem, and then if you can't actually help solve the problem, it's like, well, I guess it's not my problem. Best friend's family. Okay. What an input. I don't have a best friend anymore. I had a best friend growing up, and I've tried calling him once or twice and not really gotten a response. Probably should do that again sometime, just to catch up. But yeah, that was kind of moved away from each other and pretty much stopped talking. I think he's also a person that's just not online very much, and I'm online a lot, so. And Braydon has experience in solving somebody else's problem. That is true. I can attest. I have had many a problem solved. Okay, so now the last thing to do here is just get it to snap to the grid. I think that's it, actually. Well, okay, and I probably need to get rid of this automatically doing bumpers there. Okay, so now when you release this, okay, that was the issue with had the wrong item held. Like a goof. Yeah, like I said, not only do I not have a best friend anymore, I don't have any friends at all anymore. Even trying to start a conversation doesn't happen. I guess I could leave myself on Discord today and see if that has any effect. This Discord seems pretty dead, though. Yeah, and I know none of my friends are interested in watching any kind of game development, and it's not like I'm playing anything either. Oh, I guess I'm playing Vtuber Studio right now. As I do every day. Gotta play Vtuber Studio all the time. Okay, so now, this is when you release the button. And if there is a held item, and it's over top of, okay, wait, let's write that all out. So if you have an item, if holding item, and release mouse, the mouse over a grid space. Should do esports for Vtuber Studio. with how much I've played VTube Studio. No, I think there's plenty of other VTubers who have played so much more VTube Studio than I have. Because I even did the stupid other... That was like years of using that other one. It wasn't animes, right? It was, yeah. Yeah, that's 1,000 hours. I have 1,000 hours using animes, of which I don't think this is very good, and VTube Studio is much better. That's, yeah, I'm mostly positive to mixed. And I just somehow missed the fact that everybody uses VTube Studio, and VTube Studio is better. Enough to the point of like, okay, let me pay for this. Oh, so I think I'm, wait, do I still have more in animes? 1,031. And 1,002. So yeah, I still need 30 more hours on animes to have them equal. Yeah, I don't know that I would want to do it esports for anything. Wow, 1,900 hours in Steam VR. Oh, I guess that's just VR in general. That's really just... I'm assuming that's telling your VR hours total. Yeah, like I think if I added up all of my Steam hours as opposed to like a specific game or something. Yeah, I was almost half expecting like VR chat or something. I don't know, it's like I kind of want to use my headset at some point again, but also like, it's old. I guess if you just got a new VR headset, then yeah, I was one of those things talking to a coworker about Total Biscuit, where it's just like, I think you might know the emote, but that's about it. And I'm like, yep, no, I'm old enough to actually have watched Total Biscuit videos and know who he is. But now he's just an emote to the kids. Yeah, every VR game needs Steam VR, but still a bunch of time spent in VR. Yeah, no, like 2,000 hours in VR is impressive. Yeah, I also get a bit motion sick, so I don't feel like tossing on a whole VR headset and stuff. Okay, so it's if holding an item and if you release the mouse. So let's just start with that. Was released this frame. So then, and you release the mouse, and the raycast for the hit is over at grid space. Man, I want to listen to the new Savant album, but yeah, like a bit too big of an artist. Like this would ping the copyright thing. Yeah, because this just came out, and I was like, I liked the other two albums, and I wanted to give a good look at this one. The one listen to that I did, I wasn't feeling it as much, which is another reason why I want to listen to it again, just to see how I feel about it. Time in VR chat is just 70 minutes. Not the most social person, rather like the small groups. Yeah. I just don't know what other major... I know there's Gorilla Tag, I know there's... I guess there's like Half-Life Alyx and stuff, but that one's like I don't think I could run that with my Oculus, my Oculus headset. I don't even remember. It's like a pretty basic Oculus Rift. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I'm not a huge Half-Life person either. I don't think I finished the first one because it gave me motion sickness, and I think I did manage to get through the second one. But that one also did give me motion sickness too. Yeah, there is gnomes though. There's Gnome Chomsky. Oh, Gnome Chomsky did good in the space? That's cool. No, or I guess not the guy, but the... Gnome Chomsky's still around, too. Like, the actual guy. He's, like, old as heck, though, right? '28. 1920. Yeah, 96 years old. Okay, I'm trying to finish the thing. I have half an hour before lunch. The limit wouldn't be the headset, but rather the PC running the experience. But the headset does help to enhance the experience, or sometimes even lower motion sickness. Yeah, well, because I didn't know if it was like the screens, because I do know that, like, that's even between my two monitors, where it's like I have the old monitor and the new monitor. I can definitely see a difference there. So it would probably be a... Well, and yeah, because I don't know if this is also like the Vive and stuff too. Because I thought Valve did like the HTC Vive. So I didn't know if that was a Vive thing as well. A commercial license? Oh, for a cyber cafe, arcade, or other public setting. Wild? Okay. Yeah, but I know my friend did some VR streaming for a while. But then when I was like, oh, I've made some VR games, it was like, oh, it's not compatible with the Vive, because I was working on the Oculus, and it was like, man, it's a bummer. Because I think he even gave me money for it, too. It's like, oh. I'm running out of steam, I want food. Okay, so if you're holding an item and you release the mouse over a grid space, okay, so now if the hit collider tag equals a grid space, then it should do the, so in this case, not spawn an item. Oh, both of these are doing... No, you should be spawning at the spawn position. You goof. Like a bumper. This. Okay, yeah, I definitely goofed some stuff here. Okay. This isn't a spawn position, though. Okay, wait, how am I doing this again? Is that when you click on a grid space, let's erase. It does hit that collider grid space. There, okay. So then that's what I would want. All this awkward AF, because that just means there's so many objects floating around. So now the, I guess the held item? Okay, let's do that, because you're kind of going off the thing there. Okay, so now that should snap it to there, and then also I want to say the held item equals null. We'll just clear it when you do that. So does that do a thing? So it'll keep snapping to the mouse. So there, it'll keep snapping to the mouse. But once I do that, you look a little off there. You are... There we go. Okay, and then I do that, and I do that. What are you doing? Okay, so... At least that I can fix. Excuse me, what? That's close though. Why are you deciding to not? That's exactly. I just poached the code from the when I click on an item. That's what this is. It's the same dumb dad blasted thing. Main camera, screen point to Ray, and then the current mouse position. There is a project/program called Revive that allows playing Oculus games on other headsets. Originally just the HTC Vive. I know that Oculus is Meta, and they have their standalone headsets that are running some Android-based OS, I think. It uses an APK to make the VR titles needed, just like Android as a build. They're no longer runnable on PC. Currently, there's no Meta Quest emulator. That was, I think, the other reason that I didn't do more with VR stuff. It was just after that thing of like, oh, okay, I make it for VR and then it can't go on all these different VR platforms. It's like, well... Yeah, and I know the one guy made a VR game and then it was like such a pain to get it onto the Oculus store and stuff too. It's like, okay, yeah, I was never that gung-ho about VR. Like, I got the headset literally just to make VR games, not to play VR games. I feel like I should have probably played a little something at some point, but... Like, what in the fluff in the heck are you doing here? Didn't I... Okay, it looks like it's just missing the... Okay, it's in here when I do the spawn position. I am, yeah, multiplying everything by cube size. Yeah, okay. Okay, so... back to wherever I was. Just over here. Oh, I don't need to do 0 times cube size. Kinda tempted, though. But it doesn't need to do one extra little bit of math. 1 iota of extra computation. I mean, that is like, you know, at least for a human, that would be a negligible amount of computation. But that still is some amount of computation, though, right? Let's roll. Fuck. Should have scored at least one, right? Oh, and then I don't have a new hand of buttons anyway. But... okay, so are all of y'all not... yeah, the collider's not active. Okay, so... how was I doing the collider being active again? Apparently, I have a strong opinion about Meta's activities in the VR space. Don't want to go on an hour-long rant about the thoughts around that, so leave it for now. I would say feel free, but then that's also like if you're going to be typing long reams into the chat, that might also be like... but no, I would love to hear opinions about it just because I don't really know that much about Meta. I know they're going much more into AI and stuff, and that they still continue to run Facebook, and that people still continue to use a ton of Facebook, which is surprising to me. Like, I have, beyond posting random nonsense on there, I don't actually look at Facebook. And even when it was in its heyday, it was still only like a couple of evenings where I was like, you know, let's scroll through what people are doing, or like I get the occasional evening of like, I don't know, let's see what high school friends have been up to. And the answer's like not using Facebook at this point. So. Okay, I need the colliders to be active on these. So. That is the button at the collider, yeah. And I'm not actually messing with the button anymore at this point. Oh, wait. I could just do this on update here as to, because it has the grid space, right? Do you not have a grid space? You don't have the grid space info. I could give it the grid space info. I don't know, that might all get all mixed up. It's already all mixed up. Man, I only have 20 minutes. All I gotta do is get the collider to actually reactivate. That's it. And then hopefully I should be able to actually test the gameplay that it took me, you know, a couple of minutes to do in Tabletop Simulator. But yeah, I could just get the buttons. Oh, no, wait, it had this follow mouse here. Or is that just on this? It's because the grid space had the follow mouse, which is what I was thinking I could hook it onto, but... I could do initialize the button, and then just say false on the follow the thing. This is all just so awkward and bad. Hello. Your timing is terrible as always. I'm like 20 minutes out from doing lunch. I guess not as always. There has been earlier arrivals, but I know there was the day recently that was like, I just hopped into a raid. Whoopsie daisies. Ooh, I could almost get the 6s lined up. Okay, so let's see. If the collider. Bugger off! Oh, this is the held item, rather. The held item, which is now null. Okay, I want the held item, which I believe is just a game object, right? What's a grid space? Ay, ay, ay! How did I... Because that is setting whether it's the... Oh, happened twice except an ad prevented from joining the raid once. Okay, yeah, it does. I tend to somehow line it up that the ads happen on top of like when I'm finishing, and I was like, ugh, I wanna leave before it does another ad. Although this ad break that's about to happen, I'm like, you know, it might be a good restroom break for this. Okay, so the held item. Did we do get component? This is just a mess. I need to redo all of it. All of it. Well, and it's ground up with the grid. That's really what I need to redo. Okay, now give me a full restart, refresh there. The short form TED Talk still has a ... at the end there. The short form is the general idea of making it more accessible is great, but the way they did it has forced VR in a path that is against what VR is best at, which is immersion. Because of the lower end hardware not allowing for a lot of physics-based interactions in large spaces. Hence, hurting the VR game space with recent events further sending it to a downward spiral. And the split between PC VR and standalone was another hit that has hurt the space of VR. So I think they're trying to help, that they aren't doing it in the right way. And I didn't, I guess the ads are running. I'm gonna go use the restroom and then I will answer that question, because I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't know if the ads start immediately for people or not. And then everybody ends at a different time, or if they start at different times and then it ends at a different... But I am gonna go take a piss. I will be back. Oh, so only 30 seconds of ads. It lists an ad break as 3 minutes. I do wonder if it is different per person. I mean, it might also be like if you show up, but like if you've only been on the stream for a little while, it might not give you like a huge ad. If you hang around for a while, it might give you longer ads. If you've I was gonna say, that was sounding like very heavy. I was like, I like, well, you know, cute and bright, but no, I want to listen to this. I want to listen to this new Savant album, but I don't want to ping the copyright thing. Oh yeah, and your other question of did I make the button in Blender? Yes, I did. It was literally, I took a cylinder, I beveled it, I took a torus, and put it around the button. And that was it. That was literally it. I think the bottom part of the button came out a little round. Like, I might want to flatten that a little bit. I don't know. Everything else is very round. Or at least rounded. So. That's how it's done. Just basic round things there. An unknown number 3 times back to back. Interesting. Yeah, I get unknown numbers plenty. Which I really should double check and see if they are the same number. Because I do get Carol with Vitalent wants my blood. Wants me to donate blood. Oh, and then I need this to roll me a new set of buttons, too. Okay, but in the meantime... Okay, that's 4 4s. So if I just do 4 and 4 and 4... let's roll. You didn't score it. Oh, because okay, I didn't fix the sequence thing either. It did say the sequence was correct, though. Oh, so spawn hand is how I'm doing, or draw hand, rather. Draw hand. And I'm just doing a hand size there. So, can I just slap this onto the let's roll? So when you open the pipes, open pipes. Round plus plus, draw new hand of buttons. Now this will layer over all of the other buttons, so that'll drawing the hand of buttons will need to be redone completely. But that's already everything will need to be redone completely. Oh, but this should give me a new set of things. Wait a second. Okay, so let's do like the 3 here and the 3 here, and we'll do blue here. There's no like moving these around though, unfortunately. At least not yet. And then I can still do the bumper though. Yeah. Why are y'all in a different spot here? Who authorized this? What is going on? Okay, so actually if I do this and I do you there and I do that, still buggy as heck, but the actual gameplay, I'm like, wait a second there. Now I can do... Oh, I need to add... I could switch it out with another blue 6 or something, maybe? Oh, and that 1, if I could line that up with another 1. Oh, and I do need to place all of them. Or I can just dump them off to the side, too. So that then those don't overlap. Oh, and the sequence. Okay, so now that's the sequence issue. is this. Is that it only counts the sequence after. Yeah, no, it was only the when it hits that fourth one, does it say? No, it should be as if it's maybe we just make this 2 then? It should be. I feel like a single button is going to be a sequence of 1 though, right? Oh boy, there's lots of interesting possibilities here. So you there. Oh, you never actually snapped. Oh, because the pipe is in the way. Okay, so we snap you there instead. Okay, well, good to know that that's an issue. The pipe being over top of that is definitely an issue. And I know I can just scroll to change that too. Because I did implement that. Okay, so hopefully these are colliding though. It was telling me that I was getting a sequence. Yeah, okay. So that was a sequence of 3 or 4 or what exactly? Well, okay, what's determining the button placement when you draw the hand? That's also an issue. Okay, draw hands. Why does it look perfectly fine the first time? Because this secondary camera that is the thing that they're spawning into, you're not moving around, right? Like when I zoom, yeah, you're doing jack diddly. You're doing nothing. That's one of those phrases. I'm like, when I say jack diddly, as in like jack diddly squat, just like, do most people know that phrase, or does it sound like complete and total nonsense? Okay, so is it the zooming? Okay, wait, let's test it a little bit here. So I hit go. Okay, I just dump all these on the board, or rather dump them all off to the side or whatnot. And then I hit go. That's great. Okay, so if I dump them all off to the side and then zoom in, that's great. That's where I want you. Okay, a little weird, a little wild, and then I zoom out. Say, let's go. Okay, so zooming is not the issue, which would make sense because the camera's not moving. But now, if I move up, or if I move down, or if I move left, or if I move right. Well, dadgummit. You're spawning into the UI camera's view, though. But is it just because of the main camera here? Oh, wait. Here, you're not spawning local space. You're spawning global. So I guess the local position? So this would be changed to local position after the fact. Maybe? So the button clone transform local position is now going to be equal to vector 3.0. Why? That is a starting point, I suppose. But that really makes it seem like
Yes.
okay, well, hopefully this will actually move it. This should be within the UI camera because it should be parented to the UI camera at that point. And then hopefully that'll work visually with the main camera. I don't know. The answer is no. That did not position that correctly at all. Okay, so where's the UI camera? Where's the buttons? UI camera button. There we go. Oh, okay, so kind of clipping into the UI camera there a little bit. So that's pulling it. Okay, so what does it look like if I do that? And I say 3 instead. Where does that put that on screen? And by that, I mean when I re-roll a new set of buttons. Where does that put that on screen? Excuse me. What? Oh, along the Y as well. Oh, well that got rid of the clipping issue at least. I didn't really mean to do that. Okay, so if I do 10 and 10. Aha. Okay, so instead of that, shoot, was it 10 and negative 10? One of those was negative. Which one was negative? Was it Y or X? The UI button, if I scoot you up to here, negative 10, 10. Okay, should I be messing with this in the inspector? Quite possibly. Okay, so now I place these on the board, or rather, I just kind of move them. Okay, spawn's okay there. I do that, and spawn's okay there. So zooming is okay. Then I move. That was the big question. Ooh, that seems to have fixed it. Okay, so let me do that. It gets into such hard electronic. You get deep enough down into the playlist. I was gonna say, this seemed a little more bright and cheery to me. Okay, for some reason, I just had now I'll get 20,000 followers. Yeah, this was an artist I remember back from like, I want to say 2010, maybe even before that. Yeah, I guess this was Castle Crashers. Okay, it is 11 o'clock, it is time for lunch, and I made some, what I think is very good progress. Because now I can even re-roll a new hand of buttons. Oh, I guess I could just clear the previous hand and then do a new hand of buttons. Okay, so we do a 5 there, a 5 there. I don't have the 4, 5, 6, do I? That's a sequence I don't have set up yet to score. I don't know where I would put these. Which I guess discard them then. Essentially me discarding them. Yeah, okay, that last one did not. Oh, the double 2s. Oh, the ball wasn't even rolling over anything. Well, now I regret discarding that 6. Wow, ain't none of these matching up at all. Well, I could do that as a setup, though. Yeah, that's what I think is so neat about this. Because even there, it was like, oh, how am I going to score that? And then the answer is like so. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's a nice long sequence of purple. And then I can get a sequence of 3 there. Oh, and then if I can get a loop around to these 2s. I kind of grouped them up wrong though, but I can loop it back this way. And then hit this too. Oh, okay, I probably want like another row. I guess that's what I'm doing. So how well does this score? Hey, there we go. Now I'm kind of screwed though, unless I move the bumpers. How do I move them so that I can score like some 4s? Looks like one of you. Oh man, all sorts of 4s. Okay, because I'm thinking if I do... Oh no! The pipe! Why you gotta mess up things so bad? Oh no, and there's a 1 on top of it now too! Oh, that's gonna mess up everything. Okay, now we do a 4 there, a 4 there. We do another bumper, and another bumper there, and another bumper there. And then it gets across those 4s. Then we try scoring that. Yeah! Okay, this is a very good stopping point. This is a mess, but this to me says the interesting scoring puzzle of how do you get the right sequences of numbers and colors and order of things in a grid. Yeah, number definitely going up by a lot at this point. Yeah, and then I think I would want to like reset it and then... okay, that'll be an after lunch kind of thing though. But the fact that this whole thing is working is just... Oh, I guess it's supposed to be after that round. Not that other round, but... Okay. Do I want to... I kind of want to do a video. Especially because I'm going to be taking a break for a while to do some chores. It is the... Yeah, and then I can really test the... Well, I want to get this, like, there's some bugs I want to fix There's some more like way you actually finish a round, it resets and stuff. So there's some of that I want to do. But that's a very good start for the first day of a 3-day weekend, of which I'm devoted mostly to this. Beyond like a little bit of chores. So then that'll work for both a video to put on the Blue Ocean thing and for submitting to the other convention to actually show off the game at a big convention. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that the other local convention I did like a year or two ago, a couple of years ago I think, was I would be gone at the time that they're doing the convention. Which it's a small convention though, as opposed to a big one, but that's exactly why I would want to go, is because it's a small one. I had so much fun showing off a game there last time, and I'm like, oh, man, why do I gotta be doing something else? But it is, my family's like, oh hey, let's go do stuff and be a family, and I'm like, but just like my birthday. I'm like, I want to stream all day on my birthday, and my family's like, we're gonna come visit. Oh, well, here I am complaining about not having like friends and family, and then, and then when they do show up, I'm like, I'm doing dumb stuff. I don't have time. I need to do dumb stuff. This thing that nobody cares about. I need to keep doing this. I don't know why. Right now I don't know how these are gonna mesh with everything else, but maybe we just throw you in a corner. Okay, they did score the once. Ooh. Oh, if I can move this, that'd be great. So we'll just put that there instead. I can't get a full, like, 3. I also don't know how I would... Oh man, that messes up a few things. I guess we'll put that there. Put that there. Yeah, if I can get another one in there. Oh, and then if I can't get rid of the buttons, then I'm already kind of hampering myself in terms of the, like, we're just going to discard those. Okay, it's a little confusing when it rolls a new hand already. I don't know. Oh, this! This was causing a huge sequence of stuff. Well, that works. Okay, and then I can squeeze that 6 in there. Hell yeah. Oh, but then I can't... I guess I can change the direction of this. Kind of ruins it a little bit, but... Did I have another 3? No. Well, let's just do a 2 there and a 3 there. Oh, I can loop it back that way, but it's not going to loop through this whole thing, which is a lucrative chunk. Well, then I guess we just do that. Okay, and then it doesn't matter anyway, because I just done 1. Okay, yeah, definitely some bugs to iron out, but... Well, okay, I'll have the rest of the day to iron out bugs. I don't... Okay. I recorded the video. That's good enough. Let's iron out some bugs and then I can... But I should have a very good showcase by... Like, of what the idea is and how to play the game by the end of the day. Then I could try actually putting it onto, like, itch, and then I have other people try it and see what they think. of is this an interesting idea, of which I am having a ton of fun with the strategy of it, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna go do lunch. I'm going to possibly be back later today. Most likely be back later today, since I'm so excited about this. I totally forgot I left myself on Discord. But it's gonna be a long lunch, because I need to go fold laundry. I need to make something for lunch. Well, okay, those are kind of the things to do, but whatever. Most likely gonna be a long lunch. I'll be very tempted to, like, watch a movie or something. Although there is, like, a billion shows that I want to watch, too. Yeah, I've even got my Bakugo shirt on. And I'm a couple seasons behind on My Hero Academia. So that's also tempting. Although I don't know where that one's available. Because I don't have, like, a Crunchyroll or anything. Okay, I'm just yapping to yap. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go eat some food. I don't know what food, though. Because now I gotta kind of... I'm like, fudge! I have fudge! No, it's not lunch. That's maybe dessert, but also don't eat large chunks of fudge. But they sell it to you by the quarter pound. Which I don't know why they sell you that much. Because I'm like, that's thick and full of sugar. And I'm like, I want them as little, like, tiny candy pills. Not like, here's an entire thick slab of fudge. I'm small. I need small portions. Okay, I'm just yapping again. I will be back in the afternoon, most likely. We'll see. I will be too excited. I'm too excited about this now that it's finally looking like it's functioning. It's not actually functioning, but it looks like it, so... I'll be too excited to work on it, so I'll be back in the afternoon, as in, like, a few hours, probably. Okay. Oh, wait, is anybody here? I'm just kind of assuming that it's a weekend and nobody was expecting me to stream and that nobody is actually here. Wow, this looks zoomed. There we go. So that was the question, is... Four people are here. Lots of people are still here. Oh, well, I'm also assuming it's like, it's bedtime. No, it's not bedtime today. You started the stream early enough that it's middle of the day instead of middle of the night. So let's go raid to somebody. I don't even know who's streaming on the weekend like this. No, third shift. Third shift is streaming! Let's go raid over to third shift. I know it's not game development, but maybe that's what I'll do over lunch. I'll watch some third shift. I enjoyed the podcast a heck ton. I don't care too much about Death Stranding, but I do enjoy the podcast. Okay, we'll go raid over here. And then I can maybe watch some third shift while I do lunch. I gotta figure out what I'm making for lunch. There we go. Okay. So you shut up. You.
Do you have any other orders for me?
You say something, I guess.
No. Only stuff to entrust.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I don't know how many people are actually going to be interested in watching Death Stranding, but I like the podcast. I like the stream, so we'll go over here. May or may not be back in the afternoon, but that's what I'm aiming for. But I guess have a good. I'm the one that's going to be eating lunch, but
so do have stuff for the architect.
I guess have fun sleeping. Maybe I'm not sure what the time zone is for everybody, but. Okay, goodbye. I was gonna say goodbye, good night. I'm just so used to goodbye, good night, good luck, have fun sleeping. We'll say it anyway.
Really don't want to go back.
Goodbye, good night, good luck, have fun sleeping. Bye.
Take that.
And the secondary button of bye.
Man, people really don't want to go to these places. I'll take that.